close reaction to the firing of Matt Lauer on the street at the Today Show. USA Today. There was the time Matt Lauer asked Anne Hathaway about an exploitative paparazzi photo. The time he pretended to be a victim of UAL assault on TV. And the interview during which he grilled Corey Feldman on his experience as a victim of UAL harassment. These are just some of the videos of Lauer that are resurfacing in the wake of news that the longtime co-anchor of NBC's Today has been fired for inappropriate workplace behavior. More Matt Lauer fired from NBC for inappropriate UAL behavior in the workplace. Here's a look at the Lauer clips trending Wednesday. His interview with Anne Hathaway. Lauer talked to Hathaway in 2012, who was promoting the show to eventually earn an Oscar for Les Miserables. He opened that conversation with what many deem as chat, referencing a paparazzi shot taken underneath her skirt. "Seen a lot of you lately," Lauer joked to her at the start of the show. Hathaway politely replied, "Sorry about that. I'd be happy to stay home, but the film." He continued, "Let's just get this out of the way. You had a wardrobe malfunction. What's the lesson learned from that?" Hathaway steered the conversation back to her. "It was obviously an unfortunate incident. It kind of made me sad that we live in an age that someone takes a picture of someone in a vulnerable moment and sells it. And I'm sorry that we live in a culture that commodifies duality of unwilling participants," which brings us back to Les Mis, his sketch about UAL harassment throwback to 2012 when Matt Lauer was the real victim of UAL harassment on The Today Show. Thinking Face picked out Twitter.com and have 2WV, The Daily Show. At The Daily Show November 29, 2017. As The Daily Show recalled Wednesday, Lauer starred in a 2012 Today Show parody that made light of UAL harassment. He played a victim of assault in the workplace, who was slapped by Willie Geist on the rear. "I didn't do anything differently. I wasn't wearing a different cologne. This was uninitiated," Lauer deadpanned to cameras. The departure of Ann Curry. When Today's Ann Curry was pushed out of the show in 2012 after a long tenure on the program and a short stint as anchor, many blamed the move on Lauer, who awkwardly kissed Curry's head when she made the tearful announcement she was leaving. His interrogation of Hillary Clinton in 2016, Lauer moderated a discussion between then candidates Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. By many accounts, Lauer's treatment of Clinton was unfair and even east, with him pressing Clinton on her email server but playing nicer with Trump. At the time, he inspired the Twitter hashtag, #LauringTheBar. His controversial Corey Feldman interview in October, the former child star talked to Lauer on Today about his plan to expose child abusers in Hollywood. Feldman has since called the interview hostile, and others accused Lauer of victim blaming when the TV host said to Feldman, "Every day you wait, I would imagine you believe children are being abused. Why are you sitting down and talking to me and not police?" Katie Couric divulges to Andy Cohen Lauer didn't appear in this interview, but he was mentioned in an interview on Watch What Happens in 2012 when Andy Cohen asked Couric, Lauer's longtime Today co-host, about Lauer's most annoying habit. Couric's answer: "He pinches me on the rear a lot." His interview with Bill O'Reilly in September, Lauer grilled O'Reilly on being fired from his Fox News show over UAL harassment allegations. On Wednesday, many on Twitter pointed out his line of questioning now seems ironic. "You were the guy that the ratings and the revenue was built on," said Lauer. "Doesn't it seem safe to assume that the people at Fox News were given some evidence that simply made it impossible for you to stay on at Fox News?" Lauer continued, "Did you ever send a lewd text or email to another employee at Fox News? Did you ever have any human resources cases brought against you? And why didn't you sue those women if you did absolutely nothing wrong? They came forward and filed complaints against the biggest star at the network that they work at. Think of how nerve-wracking that must have been. Doesn't that tell you how strong they felt about the way they were treated by you?" More Matt Lauer firing reactions. Former colleagues are in shock. Reddit share this story. http://sussit.ly to NHORB.